Rainbow Six Siege can be a difficult game to get into at first. Starting out in a game like Rainbow Six Siege can feel overwhelming at times. But don't worry, I could give a few tips to help you out, to make things a little bit easier. I'm going to go step by step on what you should do to learn how to play Rainbow Six Siege. Alright, so let's say you're brand new to the game and have no clue where to start. Don't worry, I was in the same boat, as was everyone else. I found the best thing you could do at the very start of getting into Rainbow Six Siege is playing the situations. Playing the situations helps you to learn the very basics of R6, like how to lean, how to reinforce walls, etc. The situations will teach you important skills that you'll begin to develop and learn more later on. Once you've gone through the situations, then I think the next best thing is to try playing the training grounds. This will allow you to further learn the game. You'll begin to learn more about maps, guns, operators, and more simply by playing the training grounds. The training grounds are also great for giving you the freedom to learn how to attack and defend. You'll start to learn different ways of attacking or defending different sites on different maps. The two best game modes within training grounds for this, in my opinion, are elimination and protecting hostage. These are game modes I personally use to train my skills all the time. Additionally, once you've played the training grounds a good amount, you'll start to collect a lot of renown. Be smart with the renown you have. Don't spend it on camos or skins. Instead, use it to buy operators. You can easily find up-to-date tier lists of all the best operators to use within whatever current season you're starting in. Over time, you'll eventually get all the operators, but at the start, only buy the best ones. Playing with the meta operators will not only give you an advantage, but also make you more useful to your teammates. Likewise, now that you've done the situations, played a good amount of the training grounds, and have a few of the best operators collected, it's time to learn the operator gadgets. Each operator has their own detailed description of what their gadgets do. Be sure to read them and watch the videos that are included to get a good idea of what the gadget does. You could then go into the training grounds once again, but this time focus on using different operators and trying out each one of their gadgets. The best thing you could do is to learn how they work and how to properly use them. Over time, you'll find the operators you like the best by doing this. Moreover, now that you've learned the basics and you've learned a few operators, it's time to work on your recoil control. The best way to do this is by going into the shooting range and using different guns and really figuring out how to properly control them. Trust me, this will help you be so much better of a player and get you prepared to play against real players. The recoil on some of the guns is no joke. It is worth it to get down the recoil patterns to ensure you can win your gunfights. So let's say you've done everything I've talked about so far, and now you want to play against real people. Well, where do you start? My suggestion is to start in quick play. When playing in quick play, don't be afraid to move. You want to use the skills you just learned against real players. The best way to do this is to move around and to get into gunfights. I suggest on defense to play as a roamer and venture around the map trying to stop attackers from gaining map control. It's a lot better than just sitting in a corner on site and waiting around. Then you won't be learning and improving important skills like gaining map knowledge or winning gunfights. I do want to add that sometimes it's best that you don't roam and you have to go anchor site, but the majority of the time you should try roaming. Just be sure to return to site if your roam isn't successful. For example, let's say you're roaming upstairs and the bomb site is downstairs. However, no attackers come upstairs at all, and instead they are all attacking the site from a breach. Well, that means it's time to leave the upstairs and return to site to help your teammates. On the other side of things, on attack, you want to focus on droning and getting intel. The best thing you could do on attack is to get intel on the enemies to know where they are and when to engage in a gunfight with one of them. Don't be that guy who just rushes into the building without droning or getting intel. You'll most likely just die right away, and then that could be the reason why your team loses the round or even the game. Another great game mode you could play to help learn and improve important skills is TDM. Within TDM, you have the ability to respawn. This allows you to engage in gunfights without worrying about being permanently dead if you lose them. Then, over time, you'll start to get more confident and a lot more accurate. TDM is also a great tool for learning more about the maps and what angles you should and shouldn't hold. After all, R6 is a game about holding different angles in lines of sight to give you an advantage in gunfights. That's why if you play TDM, it can help you learn those angles. Finally, once you've done everything I've talked about, the best thing to do is to continue to do these things over and over again until you've got everything down. That includes map knowledge, recoil control, getting confident winning gunfights, knowing operator gadgets, and more. Over time, you'll eventually become a good enough player to start to play the more competitive game modes, like unranked or even ranked. In conclusion, these are some of the best tips for starting out in Rainbow Six Siege. From playing the situations to learn the basics, to spending your reown the right way, to even playing the training grounds to learn maps, weapons, and more, there's plenty of things you could do to learn and improve on important skills before you start to play the more competitive game modes like unranked and ranked. Just remember to continue to always train your skills, because no matter how much you learn, there's always room for improvement. If you keep this mindset and stay determined on improving, then you'll soon be playing at the highest ranks in the game. That's it for me though. If you guys have any useful tips to give that I didn't mention, then please comment them down below. If you enjoyed the video, then please give it a like. And if you want more content like this, then subscribe. Have a great day, everyone.